Hi, I'm Amit Mukherjee. I'm the product manager for the AMD Media SDK. And today I'm going to be talking about the video quality MFT. So what are MFTs? These are software components for the Microsoft Media Foundation framework. And the Media SDK provides MFT, which we call the video quality MFT, which allows developers to get very fine-grained control of video pre- and post-processing in their applications. So the video quality MFT provides a bunch of video quality features like shake stabilization, noise reduction, dynamic contrast, and it can be used in Windows Store applications as well as Windows Classic desktop applications. So it supports both. It is language neutral. So if you are a Windows App Store developer writing code in C# or JavaScript or any other language that's supported by the Windows Common Language Runtime, you should be able to use the video quality MFT from there. And it can be used in a variety of applications. As I mentioned earlier, the reason we did this is because developers can use the video quality MFT to get really fine-grained control of their applications for both pre- and post-processing. So things like video playback, you can do for post-processing, video conferencing, video editing. There's a bunch of places, applications where you can actually use this feature. So now let's go and take a look at some code and see how video quality MFT are used in real applications. Okay, so we're going to now walk through a sample which will show you how to use the video quality MFT in your application. So we're going to look at the sample named Playback VQ WinStore in the Media SDK. So this is a Windows Store video playback application. But before we get into the actual source for the sample, I would like to show you where the video quality MFT resides in the Media SDK. So if you look at in this folder, there's this file named amf-vq-vq-winrt.dll. So this is the video quality MFT. We're going to use this DLL in our application. So whenever you're writing a Windows Store application, you need to package the DLL along with it. So we're going to walk our way through the steps required to use the video quality MFT. So we'll start with the file mainpage.xaml. So when you write a Windows 8 Store application, you define the user interface layout in the XAML file. So in here, you can take a look at the different elements. There are checkboxes, radio buttons, text blocks, which are defined in this file. One interesting element is named video of type media element. And media element is a class, is a Windows 8 class which you use in Windows Store applications when you're trying to render video or audio on the screen. And later on, I'm going to show you how this element named video is used and how we can build a video playback pipeline and add video post-processing to it. So the next file I would like to show you is the package manifest file. And in here particularly, there's this section called extensions. So extensions is a Windows mechanism that developers can use to customize a particular aspect of their application. So in this particular case, this extension basically indicates to the application that there is a DLL, amf-mft-vq-winrt.dll, which we saw earlier. And there are these three classes which are exposed there. So AMF Video Transform, AMF Cache Builder, and AMF Capability Manager. So these three are there, and we're going to use all these three. We're going to see how these are used in our application. So now let's take a look at how the playback works, how the playback pipeline is set up, and how we can insert the video quality MFT in there. It's actually fairly straightforward. So the element that we have defined here in the XAML file named video, and you can actually see now it is instantiated, and this is of type media element. And all you need to do to add the video quality MFT in there is to put this function called add video effect, and then you refer to the video quality MFT. So this is the class AMF Video Transform that we had defined in the package manifest file. and that's it. Just this particular effect, it basically puts the video quality MFT in the playback pipeline. So any video post processing will now flow through the video quality MFT. One other interesting attribute I want to talk about is this argument called property set. So property set is a key value store, and this basically maintains which video effects are enabled for the video quality MFT. And this is used by the MFT itself to figure out what processing elements there will be enabled when you're actually doing the playback. So we're going to come back later and see how this is managed and how this gets updated. I'm going to talk about two other interfaces which you will need when using the video quality MFT in your Windows Store application. So first one is called Cache Builder. The Cache Builder is required to compile the video quality MFT for the particular target platform on which your application is running. So the DLLs that we supply with the Media SDK, that there is one final step, and we call that a finalizer, which where it actually gets compiled and installed on the system on which your app is running. Now what the Cache Builder does is it compiles the DLL, and then it stores the results, it stores the video quality MFT on your system, and every time you're running your application, it actually uses the cached value. So there are two key methods in there. One of them is called build cache, which is shown here, and then the other one is called is build cache required. Now you only need to build the cache when the first time you're running the application, and this is build cache required method. If you query that, it will tell you whether you want to build the cache or not, and then you use the build cache method in there. Now after the first time, after the first startup, you will use the cached values. You don't have to run it again. The only other time you would really need to run the Cache Builder is if you have changed your configuration. If you, let's say, pulled out your GPU, discrete GPU from your system and put in another card. So because it's a different targeted platform, then you have to run the Cache Builder once again. The second interface that I want to talk about is called Capability Manager. Now the AMD platforms, we have a wide array of video processing capabilities. So there are low-end APUs with just 2 compute units, and all the way to high-end discrete GPUs which have up to 44 compute units. Now the Capability Manager can be used in a couple of ways. First, you can use it to figure out what are the default capabilities to get real-time performance on a particular platform. And second is, what are all the video processing capabilities available on a particular platform. So depending on your application usages, you can make these two types of queries. So if you look at how this is instantiated in here, it's called activate instance. And then there is the name of the class, runtime class underscore MFT VQLib underscore AMF capability manager. And this is what we had defined earlier in our package manifest file. We said that this DLL actually has this class ID, and you are actually now referencing this class in this particular file. Now, the method init in the capability manager can be used to figure out if video quality MFT is supported on a platform. And this is very useful when you are running the video quality MFT on a platform which doesn't support it. So typically you would like to develop your app store to run on a variety of platforms, and this is a way to detect if the video quality MFT capability is available on this platform. The other method the capability manager provides is called isEnabled. So in here takes those two types of requests. So we talked about a real-time mode and a non-real-time mode, and it tells you what are and the feature name, and based on that it will give you information of what video quality features are enabled by default. Okay, so now we took a look at code here, and now we're going to run a real application and take a look at how the video quality MFT works in this sample. So I'm going to have started this application. I'm going to select a video file, and this video file has some very interesting properties, as you will see soon. And you will see that this is a clip which has a lot of shaky artifacts in there. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at it, and then we're going to apply our video post-processing filters in here. So you see the shakiness in here in this clip, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to enable steady video. So steady video is the name for our shake stabilization algorithm, and I'm going to enable demo mode. So you can see on the left side original video, and on the right side you see the post-process video. So after the video quality MFT processing has happened, you can see that on the right side. Now what happens when you select enable steady video? So let's take a look at the code of how this the video quality effect MFT is enabled. So so when you select that, when you check that box, it goes to this function update from controls, and what that does is it updates the property set. So remember, the property set is a key value store. It stores what video effects are enabled, and once you select that, it basically updates the property and says, okay, enable steady video. And the video quality MFT has listeners for whenever any changes are applied to the property set, it gets notified. And since this properties got updated, the video quality MFT got notified, and then it started processing. It started applying the shake stabilization filter in there, and then you actually saw the the processed video in that application. So let's quickly go back to the app here, and let's look at one other thing. Let's look at set recommended settings. So what are the recommended settings for this platform? So the platform on which I'm working, it basically says video gamma and dynamic contrast. These are the video effects, video quality effects that are available by default if you want real-time playback. Now let's take a look at the code for that, because that uses the capability manager. So there is this function called set recommended settings, and if you look at it, this uses this function, and the request type is CM real time. And the reason for that is this is a video playback application where you would like to ensure that you get real-time performance. Okay, so let's just do a quick recap of what we learned today. So the video quality MFT provides GPU optimized routines for a variety of video pre and post processing functionality like shake stabilization, noise reduction, and these features can be very useful when developers want very fine-grained control of video pre and video processing in their applications. The video quality MFT supports both Windows App Store as well as classic desktop development, and it provides a very easy to use API for usage. So we went through an example of a Windows Store applications, and you saw how easily you can incorporate the video quality MFT in a playback pipeline. So have fun using the video quality MFT, and I hope you come up with some very cool and amazing applications that uses this very unique feature in our SDK. If you have any questions and if you have any feedback, please provide them in the Media SDK forum. We'll be glad to answer your questions there. Thank you.